Hello and welcome, Vanguardians! Today is Tuesday, at least for me. I do hope it's going to be uploaded today, we will see. And we have more news about CardFight Vanguard. So, I'm not going to be talking about V-Series or Premium, I'm mostly concentrating on OverDress. So do bear with me with that. And we have our first 3 cards for OverDress that are not triggers, because we have seen some over triggers already. So this time we do have some cards. And before we go to look into the cards, if you guys enjoy this type of videos, please remember to like and let us know down in the comments what do you think about CardFight Vanguard, OverDress, or whatever they call it right now. And yeah, we are actually going to see what is OverDress. I'm going to talk about what does it mean for the game, what does it mean for all of the interactions, and yeah, I'm really excited because I woke up to this. I've been lazy recently, a bit, just a tiny bit. So let's start with the first card we have seen. It's Trickster. So all cards are in Japanese, but we do have English effects, so I'm going to go through that in a moment. But this is the card we have seen that in a starter deck we have 4 of this. It's a grade 0, it's not a trigger, and we're wondering why, what for, what is it for. So this card has 1 skill on rear guard, a continuous skill. This card can't be chosen by your opponent's skills or effects or whatever you want to say. So your opponent can't remove it unless they can attack into it. So those Vermilion, there is a blaster card that attacks everything on board. This type of effects would be able to remove this, but if you put it in the back row, it's significantly harder to remove. And yeah, it's just a grade 0, 5k booster, 5k shield. It doesn't look like much, but then we go into this card. This card is called Valerina. And it looks like the main unit from the first booster box. It looks amazing, although the pink coat is weird, but this is essentially a grown up Trickster, and this is OverDress. So the skill there reads OverDress Trickster. If you would normal call this unit to rearguard circle, you can normal call it over Trickster, and Trickster stays there underneath this. And as long as that card is under Trickster is underneath Valerina, the card is considered to be in OverDress state. So then we have auto rearguard skill, OverDress. So as long as you have Trickster in your Trickster underneath this card, when this card attacks Vanguard, it gets plus 10,000 power until end of the battle. Just like that, just for free you attack, it's a 20k attacker. Then you can Soul Blast 2 and choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So a very Dragon Empire Kagero-esque skill, right? You attack, you remove something, very cheap removal. You can use it as soon as turn 2, so to call the card with OverDress, you still need to be able to normal call the unit. We expect OverDress skills to be in every single nation, so they're not clans anymore. And there is more support for this in how to make it work. But the fact that you can have those grade 2 20k, just like that, 20k, this is a really, really strong thing. And then we go into our grade 3, which name is very Chakrabarty Divine Dragon Nirvana, which is, I think, Buddhism or Indian or Hindu beliefs. So we have that personal ride we talked about. So if you write another copy of this card on top of it, you draw 1 card, and then your whole front row gets continuous plus 10,000 power until end of turn, which can stack up ridiculously with those OverDress cards we have just seen. And now we have also a skill for the card. So the first skill is activate once per turn when on Vanguard, both are Vanguard circle only. For a cost, you discard 1 card from your hand, and you choose a grade 0 card from your drop and call it to rearguard circle. So you can actually bring back that Trickster. So you can OverDress into it immediately. It looks really, really strong. And then on top of that, it has the auto skill. When this card attacks, you can pay the cost, which is counter plus 1. And this unit, and all of your units with the OverDress ability get power plus 10,000 until end of the turn. So if you Persona Ride, use this skill, and then you have the Valerina guys on the 2 rearguard circles, the front rearguard circles, they become like 40,000, 10 from Persona, 10 from this, and 10 from their own skill. Yeah, there's like 40,000 attack just like that. The thing is that this skill works if we're going to have a boosting unit with Overdress as well. That's going to give the boosting unit plus 10,000 power, so potentially this skill can translate to 60,000 power just for Counter Blast 1. This is an amazing, powerful skill, and this is a starter deck grade 3, which I like to see that the starter deck grade 3 is actually quite strong. Important note, the cards need to have Overdress ability, they don't need to be in a state of Overdress. So as long as they have Overdress ability, even if you don't have Trickster underneath it, you can still give them plus 10,000 power. There was a couple Q&As as well on today's announcement. Mostly, if a card in Overdress state is moved anywhere, the card underneath it, so Trickster in this case, is moved with it. So if it's moved to life, you essentially take 2 damage. If it's moved to hand, both cards go to your hand. If you guard with it, because Valerina is grade 2, they both go to Guardian Circle, but there's still 1 unit, so only Valerina gives 5k shield. And yeah, wherever they're sent together. And we do expect more cards to have Overdress for Trickster. Trickster that's underneath an Overdress card is not considered a soul card, so you can't use it for soul blasts and things like that. It cannot be triggered when you superior call, so when you use an effect to call, it doesn't work, you can't Overdress then, you need to have it in your hand, and anytime you would normally call rearguard, you can Overdress on top of Trickster, or in different nations we assume different base guys. Probably down the line we're going to see actually different guys for the Overdress, so different grade 0s that you would be playing. There was a small other change that was called Order Zone, which implies that we're going to see way more order dependence. If you don't know, orders are essentially spell cards in Vanguard. You can use 1 order per turn, and so far there has been only 1 really playable. That was the Blaster one. Oh yeah, there was also the one for Zazan in Premium. So yeah, there has been a couple of those, but yeah, the really good one was only 1, was the one for Blasters. But we are getting in every starter deck, I think 3 orders it is. Or at least we have seen on the Dragon Empire one. There's going to be 3 orders in there. So really excited to see how they're going to do that. I want to see more dependence on orders, because I actually like the idea of orders. And would be nice to see more Blitz orders, because so far we have only seen Blitz orders as a quick shield. So that's essentially all we had. The others were normal orders. They have spoiled that there is a new design for a quick shield that is the same design, frame design at least, as Overdress. So would be nice to see some way for quick shield to come back. For example, a nation that would have skills that adds quick shields to your hand, and you can just stack up your hand with quick shields or something like that. It would be something interesting. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped for the Overdress. I can't wait to play with those cards. I will probably drag Scott or someone else to play on Tabletop Simulator or something like that when we have full starter deck, at least 1 of them, and then just play something and enjoy it. We'll see how it goes. If you guys enjoy this, please leave a like, and please let us know down in the comments what do you think about the Overdress mechanic. It's going to be in every single nation, so I assume every single nation is going to get their own gimmick, and I assume we're going to get more than 1 unit for the same Overdress. So we should be getting also grade 1 and grade 3, I think. for OverDress Trickster, and I think it might be even in starter deck. With the right deck, it's actually very easy to always make sure that you have Nirvana as your Vanguard. So OverDress is a quite good strategy, and that grade 0 Trickster now can take the spot of grade 3s unless you have grade 3s OverDress that have really good effect that you want to take. But let us know what do you guys think down in the description, and I'm going to be back again with more news on OverDress in next week, I think it is. Yeah, because every Tuesday we're getting something. And I'm getting excited. I'm half tempted to actually get the Japanese starter decks. Thank you guys for watching, and see you around next time.